Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, this is a video of me walking the raccoon dog. I just stepped back for a second. Now we're going forward again. And the raccoon dog is going to take us for a walk today. He goes a minimum of twice a day. As you can see, he's free range. He doesn't need a damn leash if there's woke Karens and Darrens out there in the world worried. Well, what happens if a bumblebee were to bother him? You would have no way of pulling him away from the bumblebee. Well, people, I don't have time for that. So we're just gonna watch the raccoon dog do his thing. There's a trail on the ranch made by constant walking up and down the ground, which just makes a pathway, shall we say. Usually he walks a lot faster. See, he's a very content dog son, shall we say. Just doing his thing. Ah, relief. So if you're new to the channel, like I mentioned before, this is just a pictorial of life as it goes on, mainly for friends and family. This is done on a bet. I'm like, oh, what the heck? Let's just do it. So, yeah, whatever crosses my mind on what to capture. This was going to be this weekend's video, shall we say. Since it is real life, can't really make too many adjustments as far as stabilization, me walking, and lighting, because it is in the morning. It's around 9 o'clock. We've got some errands to do today, and he needs to do his stuff. I'm not really kind to people that don't walk their animals that are fully capable. He's getting on in years, and sometimes he doesn't want to go for a walk, and I respect that. But this morning, he apparently just wants to do the full run, shall we say. So, yeah. But the other projects I have going on, they're going on. Here and there, shall we say. You just have to switch back and forth. With winter coming along, not just 2 months away now, there's a lot of things that will have to be wrapped up to a point, or some too close to completion, others put on hold. So yeah. Now, if some of you are offended by him doing the number 2Z, well, maybe I'll just turn the camera away, because, that's like him, going in the bathroom and yeah, he just did it himself. He just went off in the bush, and he's doing his thing, and we'll let him do his thing. Yeah. So, let's play some Jeopardy music, shall we? Are you done? Okay. So yeah, this road, by the way, I do not have a driveway or a thoroughfare onto the ranch from here, nor do I choose to make one, shall we say. But this is a neighbor's exclusive road for the time being. But it gets like all the other roads around here. It looks all, solid footing and all that. It just turns into muck and mud uh, when the torrential precipitation occurs and snow melts. But for now, things are kind of in a lull, shall we say. The calm before the stormish weathers. What? Well, we gotta keep going, Oak. I don't think he's too keen on the video being made of him right now. He's kind of a little too smart sometimes. And I mean that for those of you that are not familiar with Shelties, they're high IQ dog, and they know what's going on. And this one, although he doesn't display it constantly, he's still there as far as intelligence. But I pretty much let him be a free-range dog his whole life. And it's been good for his development and socialization. Although, retail outlets and many municipalities require leashes, he doesn't really need to be on one because he knows the rules as far as, what he was taught at a young age, how to behave and not behave. In return, he gets a lot of privileges, so, it's a give and take situation, shall we say. But, yeah, we'll get a little more panoramic, shall we say. But, no, I don't think he's really liking the video being made on him right now, but, oh well. We'll just have to, do what he's going to do, shall we say. Yesterday was another adder day, shall we say, and unfortunately it wasn't a rattlesnake, it was a gardener snake, and I wasn't seeing it at the time until we had to do a retrieval the shovel situation, and well, the gardener snake, if anything, unfortunately, it did provide sustenance, shall we say, for wildlife, so it wasn't a total loss, but I just assumed it was a rattlesnake. And you got to think about your dog, son, and you got to think about me as far as getting bit, because the snakes around here come in a wide variety of color. If you didn't know that, rattlesnakes come in pink, brown, beige, a greenish gray. And when I saw the greenish gray snake yesterday, it turned out to be a gardener snake. It was the greenish gray variety, but it was really long. It's probably longer than him. It was probably a good, we'll say 3 feet. Yeah. So, oh well. So that's how things happen sometimes as far as life. Haven't done much work on the AMC Eagle. I do need to order a 5/16 to 3/8 brass bar fitting. Apparently, maybe in the AMC Chrysler kit that was dealer installed on the Eagle, as far as multi-port fuel injection. Maybe the fuel line was a molded 3/8 to 5/16 from the tank to fuel pump, but I tried to check up the 5/16 brand new fuel line to the pump, and wouldn't go into the fuel pump, shall we say, because it's 5/16 and the barb on the brass fitting barb on the Eagle is 3/8. So maybe I'll take the pump off and see if it has a removable barb and just go to a do-it-yourself home improvement center and look in their plumbing section and put on a 5/16 barb. Other than that, I'll just have to go online and order the adapter, which is I think the last pack I bought, 3/8 to 5/16, however you want to say it, it was like $7 or $8 with free shipping. It took about 3 days to get to the ranch, shall we say. But after that gets done, then I can put some fuel in the Eagle and disconnect the computer for the fuel injectors and cycle the fuel back to the tank, shall we say, to clean the fuel rail out of the port fuel injection. Haven't done much about getting any used injectors off of a Jeep Wrangler TJ or an XJ Cherokee or a BJ Grand Cherokee Air. Shouldn't be a problem, but if I'm gonna do a run to a place like Pick and Pull, I'm gonna need to do it soon because like I mentioned, if you watched the previous video, let's go for a drive, or let's go, something along that line. This is just, it's too much of a hassle as far as getting in and out of here on spur of the moment kind of situation. So yeah, but there are a few things I noticed when I first picked up the vehicle, which is back in May, when I was spinning the engine over by hand because it hadn't been run in 18 years. I did notice that there was a little slop in the timing gears or timing chain, so I'll probably do that before I put it on the road, and then I'm gonna have to replace all the coolant lines, hoses, shall we say, and everything that's just been degraded from 18 years in the elements. But I really wasn't planning on making it a running and driving daily driver until after this coming winter, because there's just no point in rushing something on the road, because then it becomes a problem of things breaking down and one repair after another. So it's best to just do everything all at once. And for example, the tensioner idler pulley on it, it's got a serpentine belt. It sounds like ball bearings as far as all the grease spun out of it over time. So that's going to have to be replaced as far as the idler tensioner pulley, or if I can get the bearing off, just replace the bearing, because I'm always about repairing something rather than buying the whole damn thing. And it's oftentimes more cheaper too that way. The alternator on the Eagle, it's toast as far as the front bearing. If I do make a run out to Pick and Pull, I will just snag a bearing off the GM alternator. It uses the same basic alternator as the one retrofitted for the Peugeot. And I can just remember now, when I talked about the Peugeot having a Chevy alternator on it, there was one modification you have to do to get a Chevy alternator on the Peugeot, and that is the big bolt that does most of the structural load as far as holding it onto the engine. That boss down there, the casting, also called bosses, you have to trim about not quite 3/8 of an inch off of it to make sure it's perfectly flat, or to line up perfectly with the Peugeot's crankshaft front pulley, because the last thing you want is a belt that is wonky, shall we say, because it'll just end up wearing out and failing at the wrong time, because it's belts don't do good when they're not lined up. But yeah, and then I did have to flip the adjustment bracket, meaning that you just flip it around, no big deal. So yeah, he's kind of taking his sweet time today. Usually he's faster than this. Sometimes it's like, huh, hold on for Papa. I'm not as quick as you. And as you can see, he's just doing his thing. But yeah, the Jeep is a project in that sense, as far as it just the step-by-step process to reliably put another vehicle back on the road and not have any issues. And with only 41,000 miles, yeah, you pretty much have yourself a late model used car from the 1980s, or if we want to get shall we say AMC Hornet, which actually debuted in what, 69 as the Gremlin and so forth. So yeah, I look forward to having that thing up, because then I will be able to do some heavy tows with it, torque and horsepower wise, which the French horse struggles to do. I'm making a video. So yeah, that was a neighbor. I did not show his residence because we all are entitled to our privacy, correct? Yes. So yeah, I think that's about it for this video, as far as how much more can you see of a raccoon dog being beaten with a stick and kicked in the everywhere you can think of with a human shoe. I mean, he looks so afraid. So yeah, we definitely have some errands to do, Jay, and maybe they say dogs have senses and animals that sort that we don't. Maybe he just doesn't want to go for an errand run, but we definitely have to do a few errands today locally. And I think tomorrow or Sunday I'm going to go with a neighbor. For most people, if you live in a metro area or a suburban area close to a metro area, yeah, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But to do everyday major shopping, it takes about an hour and a half from here to go to a bigger place, shall we say. So yeah, I think I'm gonna shut this down because we're getting close to getting back, and we got stuff to do. If you like this video, you can hit the like button. If you don't like it, you can also hit the don't like button. If you really don't like this video, feel free to vent and leave a comment. Yeah, I don't care. I don't believe in censorship. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. Whatever becomes of this channel in due course is dependent on the people watching it. If you want to watch something else like The Real Housewives, well, may I suggest you tune in to Ben Mala. He's a real estate mogul from Florida, and his videos are a kicker, especially the way the family runs sometimes, as far as their interactions, snapping and forth, back and forth between each other, especially as Mexican or Latino wife. So that's it, people. Have a beautiful day. Hopefully next weekend, if lightning doesn't strike, blah blah blah. I'll have another video posted. Take care. Goodbye.